Alright, what's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about Zack Jennings. I know some of you guys may know him. He is good friends with Lex Little. The reason why I want to talk about him is because the guy is really fucking jacked. And it's kind of crazy because when he's on his off season, he's still fucking jacked. Like, he literally has abs still. And it's insane. Like, with a higher body fat, he still has, like, abs just popping out no matter what. So the guy is extremely jacked. Zack Jennings has 20,000 followers on Instagram. He just hit 20,000. And on YouTube, he has almost the same amount as me. He has 2.7k subscribers. Obviously, he has like 4 or 5 times more views than me because, you know, he's friends with Lex Little. He's friends with the whole, you know, group. So, you know, any extra footage that people can get, you know, they would, you know, they'd like to watch it. So, Zack Jennings is 19 years old. And for him still being considered a teenager, the guy is fucking huge. Like, it's actually insane. The first thing I think is that he was the fucking jock in high school. I mean, look at him. He is a typical fucking Chad. He is sponsored by VQ Fit. That is a very well-known fitness brand company. So just want to point that out there. So for being 19 years old, I just want to get into his max lifts really quickly because you guys gotta know this shit. It's absolutely fucking insane. So his max bench press is 390, I believe. And he's only 19 years old, so 390 pounds. That's insane. I believe his max squat is 520, which is impressive. Like, he's strong overall. It's not one of those guys that are like, oh, he's really strong in the squat. He's alright in the bench, but he's really strong in the squat. Or, oh my god, dude, his deadlift is amazing, but, you know, his squat is not that good and his bench is alright. It's just like, overall, he is a strong guy. He's a fucking barbarian.
Well then, go!
Fucking rip it. Yup. Up. Up. Push it. There we go.
I couldn't really find his max deadlift, but I saw him do 425 for 8. So if I were to give a good estimate, I'm sure he could do like 460, 475 for 1. I'm pretty sure. Probably 500. I mean, the guy is fucking strong, man. How many times do I have to fucking say it? He doesn't really post too much on his YouTube channel, but he did actually post a transformational video for him, and it's from 14 to 17. So, you know, as you guys can see, he's 19 right now, so there's actually a 2 years difference, you know, so 2 years later, you know, he's obviously probably much bigger, but I want to kind of watch the video to really see and have a good indication of where he started, you know, if it was a skinny, you know, kind of boned kid frame, or it was a, you know, a little chubby, on the chubbier side, or, you know, skinny fat. Let me just see where he lands off on. But really quickly, I just want to say this really quickly. So I actually DM'd him. I was talking to him for a little bit. And, I don't know, I was just asking him some questions. He's a pretty cool guy. He's a down-to-earth, you know, person. I didn't talk to him too much, but he's really chill. Now, I asked him how long has he been training, because it's not something that, you know, he just doesn't say too much, you know. He said that he's been training for 3.5 years. That's fucking insane, 3.5 years. And he got that. Now, this is where it raises a little bit of suspicion. But let's watch his transformational video. I'll come back to you guys when I watch it, and I'll let you guys know what I think. So after watching Zack Jennings' 3-year natural body transformation from 14 through 17, I just realized it also said natural. So he obviously claims natural. Guys, oh, I gotta okay, so first off, he competes at around 16, I believe. He starts getting into bodybuilding competitions. You know, he says that he wants to take, you know, this working out and, you know, bodybuilding to the next level. So he starts competing and he starts going into certain shows. But before I get into that, I just want to talk about, right in the beginning of the video, what is the structure like? So he starts off as a, like, really skinny kid, but he still has that kind of like jockey kind of built, you know what I'm saying? Like the guy is still naturally, he looks like a decently, you know, like he could build some size if he were to work out, which he did. You know, as he started working out, I started seeing a progress in him that was a normal progress, but it was a natural progress that I believe is achieved naturally for him. I'm not saying for everybody else. Everybody else, listen, everybody in this world, each has their own genetic limit, and each grow at a certain limit and a certain time frame and everything, right? This guy is like built for building size. Like he is built for gaining, and gaining. Like that's what his physique is built for. I mean, that's what it looks like, you know. He starts off as a small frame, but then as he starts working out, you know, and he's lean throughout this, you know. Maybe he puts on a little bit of fat, you know what I'm saying? But the majority of it, you know, he's just building this, you know, nice, healthy muscle mass. You know, so he starts building a little bit. And as time goes by, you know, from 14 to 15 to 16, then 16, he, you know, then talks about how he wants to compete. So he starts competing in a show. So Zack Jennings, when he first competed, he was 16 years old, and he competed in teens physique. He competed in teens physique, and he got first place. Which I'm not surprised, because as a 16-year-old, he's already impressively built. Now, Kevin, Crew Aesthetics, what is wrong with you, man? You think this guy's natural? He could have been taking SARMs. Listen, I don't think that anybody on this earth, besides the very few, would be taking shit at this age. Like, the guy is a kid. If he was like maybe in his 20s or as he is now at this age, like yeah, maybe he would take some shit, but 16 years old, come on guys, he really just started. That's his like first 2 years into training. Now, his second show, he competed in 2 shows, I believe. Now, his second show was about a year later. When he turns 17, he competes in his next show, which is a show he actually put into his transformational video. So, it is men's physique open division, and he actually got in 5th place. Now, was he natural in this time frame? Because of the fact that, guys, I mean, look, if you see the other competitors, they look pretty, like, jacked. Nothing crazy, but something to keep an eye out for. Now, looking at Zack compared to the other competitors, you know, he surprisingly doesn't look that big. Like, he kind of looks, you know, like an average Joe compared to those guys. You know, the delts are not popping out too much. You know, he kind of gets flat, which is a natural response that you get when you compete. You normally get that is you know, a good indication of knowing whether someone is enhanced or not. Because when you compete and you're enhanced, you're gonna be full. You're gonna be well-rounded. You know, you're gonna have that pump, that fullness, and you're gonna be shredded and lean to the max. This guy's probably at like 7 to 8% body fat in this show, and he gets a little flat, which is normal for naturals. So I'd say that he's still natural in this competition. Fast forwarding to 2 years, because the next year when he turns 18, I don't believe he competed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe he did. Now, as I was talking to him a little bit on the grams, he was talking about how he was cutting. And, you know, he was, you know, getting ready for his next show. So let's see what he currently looks like right now. Now, I know this is completely irrelevant, but he has a girlfriend. And let me just say, this one picture where he's dressed in a suit and his girl's in a, you know, a nice little dress, he looks like a fucking stud. He looks phenomenal. 2 years later, so 17 to now 19, he kind of looks the same, maybe a little bit, slightly gained a little bit more muscle, but, you know, a lot of people will probably tell me, yo, Kevin, what are you talking about, my guy? Like, he looks twice as big. No, he gained a lot of body fat. Like I said in the beginning, he looks like that kind of physique that he has is just all about gaining and gaining, you know, like he gains really easily, whether that's fat or muscle. So, with that being said, he is pretty fucking jacked still. You know, he obviously gained a little bit more muscle. And now as he is leaning down, he's not obviously shredded yet. You know, he's not leaned to that point. But you can start seeing some abdominal muscles. You know, slightly, you know, some quad insertions. But, you know, as I said earlier, he is leaning down. Is Zack Jennings natural? Is this man really natural? Now, this is so hard for me to say because of the fact that it's so, like, everything is going in his favor. He doesn't have acne. He doesn't have gynecomastia. He competes at a young age, but it doesn't look like when he was stage ready, as he said he was, or as it looked, right? It didn't look like he was, you know, like he had that fullness, you know, that steroid look. The rounded shoulders. He looks a little flattened out because of the fact that he's competing. And as a natural, like I said, you get flat when you know, compete as a natural. So, is Zack Jennings a natural? Call me crazy, but I'm going to say he's natural. I'm gonna say he's natural. I am actually listen, when I started this video, the first look and glimpse I took at this guy, I'm like, there's no fucking chance in hell that he is natural. No chance. But I'm going to say he's natural. Am I obviously 100% correct? No. There is a possibility for anything. Anything. There is a possibility this guy could be blasting anything you fucking can imagine. But really, if I looked at the progress, it's steady progress. You know, you see videos of this guy, he still looks pretty jacked, but not an insane amount to, you know, question. And yeah, you know, although, you know, he has certain angles and poses where, you know, he's like flexing and his arms look fucking huge and he, you know, he kind of looks like he has a thinner waist. Like, it's not that insane. So, yeah, I believe he's natural. I believe he has some really good genetics for gaining mass. That's all I have to say about Zack Jennings. But if you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. And while you're at it, go check out my boy Zack Jennings. This guy is a fucking stud, like I said earlier. And you know what? Wait a minute. We need approval from somebody. Oliver, what do you think?
Genetics, man, genetics.
Alright, guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Once again, it's your boy Crew Aesthetics. 2.5K subscribers right now. And we are out.